Time now to talk more politics. I am joined by Talk Business and Politics contributor Steve Brawner and KATV's Elicia Dover. Thank you both for being here. Man, it has been a busy week in Arkansas politics this week. Let's begin with what we've spent most of the show talking about so we can clear the final kind of pieces up on this. 2 days of healthcare hearings. You were up there for some, Elicia. Steve, I feel so bad. You were up there for all of it, man. Biggest takeaways, both of you, either one of you.
You want to start? You were there.
Sure. Well, one is that you cannot, Governor Hutchinson clearly came out with a pro-private option speech. I mean, that was clearly the 7 elements do change the program. And surprisingly, he didn't mention changing the name. I thought that would be one of them. It was not. But clearly, it's private option 2.0. Changes, but you can't say that he's getting rid of it at all. And I've sat through a lot of these meetings so far. There's a little bit of floundering going on among the legislature. They had to basically reform health care, which no one's been able to do, and they have to do it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And they don't know. There's no progress right now at this point. And this was the second time that we've been just fighting over this issue, that the governor has come forward with a plan that at least kind of leads us out of the wilderness. Now we'll see if we're still in the wilderness in 6 months. We could be. But
and he basically said, let's quit worrying about where we came from. Let's talk about where we're going. What's your big takeaway?
Right, yeah, and I think that's definitely a part of it. The private option is a reality now. It's here to stay. And there are even lawmakers who ran on ending the private option that are now having to deal with this as a reality and being okay with keeping it.
We heard from Representative Gray earlier in the show, alluded to the fact that she's, sees that there has to be some sort of solution then. All right, another big political story this week. Representative Mike Holcomb of Pine Bluff, a Democrat, switches to the Republican Party. It's the first time we've seen a legislative switch since Linda Collins Smith, I believe, maybe in 2011. Is this a deal or is this a big deal? What do you think, Elicia?
I think it's a big deal personally, and I don't think that it's the last person possibly that we'll see doing this. And I think the reasons are very interesting. It's more of a moral issue that this person is taking with the Democratic Party as a whole, and some of the things that they're really doubling down on and standing behind. The
Planned Parenthood stance was one of those things. Gay marriage has been another that Representative Holcomb mentioned. What do you think, Steve? Big deal or just a deal?
The big deal's already happened. Arkansas has already gone from Democrat to Republican.
Right.
But this is going to continue it, and he won't be the last to switch. And what was 64, 35, 1 now? Right. It will be more than 64 at this time in a year and a half. And part of that will be because of legislative elections, and part of it's going to be probably because of switches.
I got about 60 seconds here on air. We may take a little bit of this online. New ethics complaint against State Treasurer Dennis Milligan, brought by Blue Hog Reports. Matt Campbell, 14 allegations in this complaint. Elicia, you mentioned it in the news block earlier. Is this partisan hackery, or should Dennis Milligan, State Treasurer, be a little scared?
Well, I think that, he knows his stuff. It's proven that he has laid out some cases before.
You're talking about Matt Campbell.
Matt Campbell has laid out some cases before that have ended careers. And, we'll have to see if some of these stick and what does stick.
Steve?
Just like she said, yes, he's been very effective. The complaints that he's brought about, I don't see a $36,000 in a pie box complaint.
Right.
Would just really is so brazen that it's, but you never know why some things stick and why they don't. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, lots more to get to, but that's about all that I think we've got time on air for. Steve Brawner and Elicia Dover, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. That's all for this week's edition of Talk Business and Politics. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a busy and a productive week, and we will see you next time.